Hi and welcome to Modern Ukrainian Homestead channel. Hope you're doing good today, and let's talk about wind turbines again. I've been asked on some videos in the comments about which wind turbine should I get, how should I select, what should I look at. Many of you are knowledgeable already and know how to choose what to look for, what to look after, and how to select them properly, but many of you aren't. And this video will mainly give you the short overview. Well, as short as possible because there is a lot of information actually that can be shared, but as short as possible overview of the Chinese made wind turbines, starting from the smaller scale and going to the bigger scale. Not the like utmost big, but we are talking about small wind turbines from home for home, right? So we will actually take a look at those. I've been having some of them. Some of them are in deliveries to me, and I will get them this year. So you will see many of those in action. And I basically know a little bit about what I'm saying because I have seen them working, and I understand how actually what can you count on. So let's go. First of all, if you see this screen right now, this is AliExpress.com website, standard for you. Many of you know how to use it and what do you have. People who think that on eBay or Amazon are getting something different than bought from this, no, you aren't actually. You can be getting similar stuff on Alibaba, but that's the same group, and it basically just differs how do you want to buy. On AliExpress, there are a lot of promos, and sometimes you can get really nice prices. Specifically, like right now, because you see how many codes do they offer, and actually these prices are until March 28th. So if you will rush now, you will probably get to be able to get something good for a bargain, and well, yeah, let's go and talk about the wind turbine. So I removed the residual that I had in my cart, and let's check for the wind turbine, like the very simple search. And here I will show you exactly because we will have everything on this search page, and I will get to you directly to explain what we are talking about. So um, going from the smallest is it's normally is the S3 wind turbine. It's not here on the list, but how you may differ it, it has the generator of this view, like this one, or specifically like this one. These are the dimensions. This is how it looks like, and this is how it's sized. So you see 4 bolts, the flat structure, and we will just like scroll down and find it. So this will be the S-type wind turbine. This will be the S-type wind turbine as well. This one is the S-type wind turbine because I have exactly a similar one, the three-blader with the five-blade also. And they may be tail up, tail down, it doesn't matter. And their price normally ranges somewhere from 100 until even 300. I've seen it like you see 2,000 watts for the S-type wind turbine with 6 blades, 223 and yeah, well, but let me tell you this. So first of all, these kind of generators are really small, and you will not be able to see a lot out of them because they have very thin stator and very thin rotor, and it's been specific, of course, the tiny magnets because that's what they are designed to. Normally, they are supplied with so-called 100 until 200 watts generator, and you will not maybe even see those 1 200 watts from them unless there is a real storm. And if you have more than 3 blades, you will never see them rotating its peak. Yes, in any circumstances, 5 blader, 6 blader, 10 blader wind will start spinning earlier on the lower wind speeds than its 3 blader counterpart, right? But once we are at around 5 to 6 meters per second wind, the three-blader will already almost always overspin the five-blader or six-blader. It will be spinning faster. Why so? Because the more blades you have, each previous blades gives the aerodynamic force, which causes the turbulence for the next coming blade, and that slows the wind turbine naturally. It cannot spin faster. So you are losing in rotations, and of course you're losing in power because these generators of this type are really relying on rotations. That's the problem. You may actually do the trick. You may get the cheapest as possible wind turbine and then try buying the generator specifically for it, like this one or the other one, like I have on the other video. It's different one. It will be actually producing more because it has a much bigger metal in it. But in general, I would recommend going with S3 wind turbine only if you are a starter and want to do some modeling to see if actually the wind area is good in your area. I mean, in your on your property, or to find a good spot for it. The small wind turbine will actually give you this example. Will give you the feeling where to put it. Is it good to put it somewhere on the roof, or maybe outside of the roof, or maybe on somewhere, I don't know. It's up to you to decide where on your property you will put it. But this is why this might be good, because going for somewhat not that much, not really expensive, you will be able to understand uh, how the winds look like on your area. But if, like, being honest, better start with the weather station really and gather some statistics with that, the Wi-Fi weather station statistics, and then you will be fully understanding. But yeah, of course, you may go with a smaller wind turbine like this. Just do not overspend for it. Do not buy 5 or 6 blader. You will not get the result out of it. If you are getting 6 blades, throw the other three, have them as spare, and use the three only. It will, like, basically produce you a little bit more. But don't expect that these turbines will be producing 1,000 watts, 3,000 watts. Never ever they are going to match this. Never ever. Even in the highest storm. 200 maximum, absolute maximum that you may be able to produce, it will be a hurricane. But seriously, that's a good start at some point. It will not produce a lot. That's my message. Next, very similar in size. I mean, the size of the generator itself, but the generator that they put into is already very different. It is very much thicker, and of course, it produces way more. So this will be a turbine like this. Let me open this link and show you. This is a so-called M3 wind turbine, or SM3 as you may say it at some on some stores. Oh yeah, here it says SM3 3000 watt. Okay, forget it. 3000 watt, never. But let's be realistic. This is quite a decent wind turbine because you see it has already a different kind of blades. It has a different hub. It might be going with this kind of hub, the same like for the S3 wind turbine. No, you don't need that. You need exactly the one that is on this picture. This is what to look at. It has to be 168 meters in diameter. So to look like this, maybe there is a picture actually where we can take a look. I mean, oh yeah, they have it in the description. 165. Sometimes they say 168 meters the diameter of the wind wheel. That's the one that you need basically. No, this power curve is wrong. Absolutely, like realistically, for this wind turbine in the real wind, it also has like this kind of tail. You see, it is rounded, but it has a rounded corner and a small, I don't know why, what for, a small hole in here, maybe to tie, to connect something, and it blows in the wind. I don't know what's the idea of it, but let's be realistic. Most of the time, you will be seeing this wind turbine working with somewhere from 20 to 50 to 70 watts, and it will be giving you 200, 300, 400, and sometimes I have seen 500 from it on other places, not in my place because I don't have it yet. But that's what it can produce. Um, the problem with this wind turbine is that this tail is too short, and if you want to it to work more stable on a turbulent winds, or basically on the winds that are really during the not so good weather, uh, I mean, if it's a stormy weather, the wind turbine always goes from here to there because the winds is gusty and it's not a clean one. So, in order to improve the performance in that place, you have to lengthen the tail. Think about it on your own. It's not so complicated to do. For this exact wind turbine and wind wheel size, you have to go 40, 45 in this range centimeters longer. If you do this, you will have way more stability, like plus 50, 60% to output. That's possible. What can you expect? In my area where I live, people are reporting that it generates around 4, 5, sometimes 5.5, even 6 kilowatt hours per month, which is not a lot, of course. But please bear in mind that I live in the area where there are not many winds. We have way more solar than wind. That's the reality. If you live somewhere near the open spaces, seas, ocean, maybe even you have a huge lake, that might be a benefit. Of course, the height is also important. The higher you go, the better you have, the cleaner you have the wind, and it'll be performing so much better on the cleaner area. That's good. What's also good about this wind turbine? It has this nice band, which allows it really to start really early. It will start way below 2 meters per second. I mean, realistically, yeah, it starts rotating really early, and it's probably the best for 24-volt system, but it can also work with a 48-volt with a little bit less efficiency because it will start producing later. That's the only difference. But always buy the higher voltage wind turbine. So, for example, if you see like here 12, 24, and 48 volt, never select 12 or 24, always 48 volt. The price for this wind turbine, like this is the perfect price. So if you get the price like this, and if you also collect all the coupons, all this stuff, and all the coins, because also coins will get extra 5%. So let me add it to cart and show you what the end price will be. You see, 194. That's a perfect price for this kind of wind turbine, and this is a good wind turbine to go if you are going to go small scale. That's what I'm saying. Next, um, next is the other M-type wind turbines. It looks like this. Let me open this link for you. It will look like this. It has this square. It looks similar, right? But it's bigger in size. It has different generator. It can actually have two types of generators. Let me show you. But the tail, the main distinctive feature is that the tail is. So let's say it does. It has a sharp edge. It doesn't have the rounded one like the previous one. So the M-type wind turbines after SM3, the previous one, they are M4, M5, and M6. And generally, you can also find somewhere M8 and M10, which are rare. M4, let's start with a smaller one. M4 has the distinctive generator, which looks like, hold on a second, like this one. So it's the same in size for to fit this wind turbine, but it's thinner than the one that is currently here on the picture. And as you may see, it looks very different, right? Yeah. So you see, it has these bars for the heat dissipation, but this one doesn't because it's smaller, right? So with this generator, this wind turbine is called the M4. It will have exactly same blades, exactly same size, and generally they are supplied with. No, hold on. M4 will you may find M4 with actually the lower grade blades, the lower value, and the other type of shaft, like for the smaller wind turbines, but the wind wheel diameter will still be limited to 1.7, 1.8 meters in diameter. And like realistically, this wind turbine will peak you sometimes at 700 watts. That's the max that you can get out of it, not more. If you go for this exact wind turbine, they have three different types: M5, M6, and M8 and 10. What's the difference? The main difference is the wind wheel size. If we will find somewhere here the description, oh yeah, here we go. So SM5000 and themselves SM6000, that's what they call it. They claim it to be 5,000 watt and 6,000 watt. Never, not true, not possible. So the SM5 wind turbine basically has the 2 meter wind wheel in diameter, and it can realistically get you 1,000 watts max. Maybe at some areas where there are really gusty and heavy winds, you will be seeing 1.2, 1.3 kilowatts. That's the reality. SM6 is slightly better. It has slightly bigger blades, not too much, but that not too much actually gives you a nice boost to production. And also, they don't claim it, they don't show it, and I cannot prove it to you right now. But just believe me, they have the thicker generator iron inside, right? So the stator and the rotor, they are just bigger than of those of the SM5000. So that's the other difference. As you may see, the only 5 centimeter blades loaner, they cannot add 3 kilograms of weight. Like that's impossible. The blades just don't weigh that much, to be honest. So realistically, that's the parameter you can look at. That's the way, and the way differs. The package size is the same, but the way differs because of the generator. So the generator of SM6 is slightly bigger, and that's the reality I'm talking about. So M6 will be able to produce you somewhere around 1.4, maybe 1.5 at its max. But I have seen, to be honest, I have seen here on YouTube, on some channels, people were managing to get 2.3, 2.4 kilowatts out of it. Don't ask me how. It was just like a standard wind that was blowing heavily. The only thing that you also have to modify about this wind turbine, it also has the too short tail. So don't modify anything else. Don't go for different blades. Just make the tail longer. If for this exact wind wheel size, which is 2.1, you have to add about 55 centimeters of the pipe. Just think how to do this. I will let this engineering task to be completed by you, by yourself, but there are so many ways how to lengthen the tail. But just bear in mind, plus 55 centimeters to the tail, and you will be absolutely happy with the performance and with the stability of it on the wind. What differs the M8 and M9 wind turbines? They are even more bigger, but that's very hard to find because M8 has 2.2 meter wind well and M10 has 2.4 meter wind well. And they have slightly bigger generators as well. And they have slightly longer tails from the factory as well, but you have to lengthen it, maybe 40, 45 centimeters for those. But I know you will have to calculate. I will give you actually down in the description under this video, I will give you the link what to look at the tail of your wind turbine. There are several rules of thumb that you have to apply for your wind turbine regarding the tail itself, and it's like very easy how to calculate. It explains everything, but just in general, lengthen, like, I mean, it's always worthy to understand how much to lengthen, right? And that article will give you the full and like the fullest possible description. It's very simple how to lengthen and what to look for in the proper length of the tail of your wind turbine. So that will be it. And let me put on a disclaimer here. So approximately in 2 or 3 weeks from this exact moment where this video is being shot, I will have my M3 wind turbine arrived. And since I already have the S3 default one, since I have the upgraded generator, which is currently mounted onto my S3 wind turbine, it's currently working in a test mode, we will do the following. We will do the full dismantling of the default factory-made M3 wind turbine. I will show you how the default S3 wind turbine looks like, and I will also show you what is how does the modified generator, the upgrade generator looks like. We will open them up. We'll see all the difference. I will show you what exactly is the difference and what the prices are, and you will basically know what to look for and how to decide. So this video will be at some point, sometime later, once this wind turbine arrives to me. And of course, I will show you all the ins and outs. You will be able to decide it by yourself. So not to miss this, hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video so far, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And yeah, so let's continue. With the M turbines, let me remove it from the card, the previous wind turbine that we've put in here. And for example, let me add this one. Basically, it's not the best price, you know. If you will go to this store, I have seen at some point that that they were providing so much better price for this same unit. Let me find it quickly for you. Yeah, so this is it. This will be the link. This wind turbine only in 48 or 96 voltage mode will be for 585, and if you click add to cart, this converts to 476. And let me show you how it actually looks like on my end. What kind of discounts do I have so that the price is so much different? So take a look. There are several seller discounts, which are those. There are coins, and there is code from AliExpress, but of course it differs from country to country. I think there might be a better code used for this one. I think it should be something like bucks 50 applied for the discount from AliExpress official. So you just have to, as always, you have to hunt for the price. That's what I'm saying. I'm just showing you the example. Like 476 is already a good price for this unit, believe me. But eventually you can technically even get it like even some 20, 30 bucks better. That's my point for you. Okay, let's go further with the wind turbine types that you can get from China. And there is mainly what you can see on this website is this type of wind turbine. Let me show you how it looks like. It looks like this. And let me show you a little bit more of the images. Oh, here are the codes, by the way. No, these are old ones, you know, but anyways, you just have to search for the store and for the coupons specifically. So this is the wind turbine of the shape and type I've been showing you on my channel. They call it SL. In my case, it's FT. Different manufacturers, similar wind turbine, doesn't matter. They always work absolutely in a similar mode. But realistically, these are good wind turbines. What differs them specifically? All the previous ones, S3, M3, all those M series 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 wind turbines, they have the plastic blades, which are, they claimed it to be nylon, but I'm not sure how to verify it. So consider it's plastic, right? In this exact case, this wind turbine, which is a cell type or FT type in my case, they have a fiberglass uh, plastic blades. This is very different. They are heavy, and they are so much different in terms of sturdiness and in terms of durability, in terms of performance as well, because they don't bend too much. They have very better resistance to the different winds. They behave so much more stable on the wind. And they have one more important feature that differs them a lot. Well, I mean, of course, you're obviously seeing that the price is already really heavier. It's already 1,000, not 200, not 400, right? But still, again, it's not before we put it into the cart, right? So let me remove the previous one and I will show you the trick later. But they have the tail that actually folds. That's the difference. I've been showing you in the video where the full unpacking of my wind turbine that you may have seen earlier, how exactly does it meant to work. And it, believe me, it works. It really saves your wind turbine during stormy weather. It protects it and it allows it to work really nicely and seamlessly. So this is the place where the tail is going to be bent, but bear in mind that the rule of tail, the link I will give you in the description to this video, has to apply to this one as well. In general, I understand Chinese, why are they are doing this. They want to minimize the packaging size on the factory because you have to consider the logistics as well. And in general, yeah, the tails are in general too short that they supply. So that's the issue, and you have to think about it yourself. That's how you basically can improve it and make it better. But These wind turbines are having different sizes. The one that I have is 2.5 meters wind wheel in diameter. The one they supply here is starting from 2.8 and going higher, much higher. Like I mean, the price also will go higher, absolutely true. But believe me, these wind turbines are really worth what you are paying for. And I have ordered on my end the 3.2 meters in diameter. It is going to arrive sometime in summer, I think. It's going. It's not from AliExpress. It's from Alibaba, and these are the wind turbines that I would recommend buying on Alibaba actually, because if you know how to buy it from there, because there'll be more direct communication with the supplier, with the factory itself. Because in AliExpress, you're generally communicating with the reseller. That's the only difference. But still, for easy for like simplicity, you can also get it here, no issues. These turbines are so much better, but just like bear in mind that still they claim the power to be slightly higher. So to be realistic, 2.8 meter wind will get you 2000 watts max, maybe 2.1 at some point, right? So that's what you can realistically count on. 3.4 will be able to get you around 2.5, 2.7, sometimes maybe 3000 watts. That's the reality. 3.7, a little bit over 3, 3.3, 3.4. About others, I don't know, but realistically, like get the proportion, right? So you can understand what you can count on. The general rule, the bigger the better, like that's very easy, but of course it will actually require a controller of a proper size or the inverter of a proper size. I mean, this seller also can like supply you with the full of grid system with the inverter, or with the on-grid inverter, or with the controller itself. Just bear in mind to play around with prices and check and take a look what kind of voltage do you need. But let's consider we're getting only the wind turbine 48 volt standard. The price is 120 192, and let me add it to cart, and we will see that the price is how much? 900, 200 bucks less. Wow. Let me go to cart and show you what's the difference. Specifically, yes, $200 less, and this is not the max account applied again that is possible to be out of it. As always, guys, links to all those wind turbines that are currently shown here in the video will be in the description. Uh, it doesn't mean that you have to buy them from these links. You don't have to. You may search around and find something else which suits you or suits your needs. I'm just showing you the example. How can you basically take a look and what to look for? So, my general recommendation: S3 is good small wind turbine. Let me remind you which are those, the S3 ones. Sorry, hold on a second. Um, S3, where are you? Yeah, like this one. Just an example. So S3 wind turbine is a good one if you want just to put yourself a model. Don't expect too much output from it. No, it will not produce you a lot. Got it? Then we have M3 wind turbine, like this. Remember, rounded tail, 1.6568 meters wind well in diameter. That's the one that you need. This one is maybe the starter wind turbine. Don't forget to lengthen the tail though, right? Then M series, but the bigger one, 4, 5, and bigger, and 6 and 8 and 10. This kind of wind turbine, right? Sharp tail. Again, don't forget to lengthen the tail. It will produce some amount of power. This will be a decent addition to your solar setup already, because always don't go for wind turbine until you are capped with solar on your property. That's my rule, and that's something that I suggest you following and sticking with as well, because solar is just so much cheaper and so much more stable and predictable. And then if you need something that is really good, go for this kind of wind turbine. Again, the bigger, the better. The stats show that specifically, for example, if you will go for a cell 5000, the single unit will easily outperform SL 3000 plus SM6 plus SM3 and S3, all of them combined. You get me, right? Wind turbine calculator, right? So, and here is the first one we have Omni calculator. It's basically one of the best that I've seen so far. Go for horizontal, don't go for vertical, just forget about verticals. Verticals don't have the efficiency to be, let's be honest. Input the blade length, input this, you will help to calculate the sweep area and everything else. Turbine efficiency is something that you have to dig into because it differs from the wind speed. But in general, just to evaluate, you can input something around 40%, 42%. That would be the like kind of average true, maybe 45 for some the best for some best wind turbines of horizontal type. For vertical, never ever go higher than 20. No, no. It's only for Darius type. For those like Harmony, Tassap, that Savonius type of vertical, you know what I meant, right? 10% max. Don't count on more from the swept area. They will not get you any power. So go for horizontal. That's my claim. Don't go for vertical, and you will just like save your money and nerves. If you want to see what's the outcome of vertical, go and check my videos. There have been the examples shown to you. I have the small Darius type. I used to have the bigger one of a kind of Savonius. This is the Lance turbine, but still, no power, no production you will have out of it at all. Forget it. Forget going vertical. Go horizontal. And yeah, you basically see all the losses, all the things. And to calculate the losses of power, there is the other calculator. Let me show it to you quickly. So I just like Google voltage drop plus calculator, for example, and go for this one, jcalcnet. I will give you all the links in the description of the video as well. But here you may see the voltage drop, for example, for three-phase AC, let's say at 50 volts. Let's say if you apply 10 amps and you will apply a thin cable and 30 meters, and click calculate, and you will see what's the voltage drop. This is your power loss. This is a lot. So just like understand that you have to go for something like this, and you will see a so much better result. Uh, this is a separate topic, of course. It's just like a short overview. I hope you got me and understood what kind of wind turbines to look for buying, for claiming. But once again, don't go for wind unless you are capped with the solar already, or in case if you like really live in a windy area where you know that you will get your wind putting out you really max out of it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later. I will have a lot of stuff to update. So I don't claim to be the source of truth. If you know something a little bit better than me, correct me in the comments. This is what are the comments made for. And let me know about the other topics you are interested in, and I'll be able to share something that I know already from my experience and for something that I've been digging into for some time already. See you later. Bye.